So what should you do about grandma's bracelet and other heirlooms in the family? I'm Michael Redden. If you have any questions or comments about this topic, please leave them below. If you'd like to plan with me, then either click on the link in the description to schedule a meeting or go to reddenlawoffice.com and click on schedule a meeting. So this comes up quite a bit. What do I do with my jewelry and these other kind of things? Do I have to really name them out in the will and put the person down that I want them to go to? I don't really know that for sure yet. I could be changing my mind quite often, and it could be quite expensive to keep redoing my will. Well, you don't really have to worry about that too much. What you're probably going to have, no matter which estate planning attorney you go to, whether it's a trust or whether it's a will, they're going to have put in there what's called a Personal Property Memorandum. There's going to be a section there that says, hey, I've got this other list of things. It might be in the dresser drawer, it might be in the safe deposit box, but it's dated, it's signed by me, and I'm going to list out what I have and where I want it to go. So I could just put Grandma's bracelet goes to Jenny. Grandpa's collection of belt buckles goes to John. Those are the kind of things that you would want to put there. And it's pretty convenient because you can change that list without actually changing the will and having to have things go back and be notarized again and witnessed. The most common reason why wills had to be updated in the past was because of these kinds of heirlooms, and we would have wills that had updates and amendments about 20 times over just to go back and forth changing where those things go. So you don't have to really worry about that. Just make sure that your trust or your will references a separate list, sometimes they'll be called, or sometimes the document will give it the formal name of a personal property memorandum, and in that memorandum you can list all those things out. Now, if you actually have an heirloom that is worth, say, $1 million, $100,000, $500,000, when we get to that kind of range, you probably really should put that in the will, and you probably, because of its significance, should change the will every time you decide where you want it to go or change your mind on that. But for your everyday items that are sentimental in value, but they're not small fortunes in and of themselves, this personal property memorandum is sufficient, and it's going to be within a trust or within a will, and you just update that and make sure people know where it's at, because really what they say usually is that list referenced by this, or that list found with this document. So it's got to be dated, you've got to sign it, and it's got to be able to be found. It just doesn't have to be notarized and witnessed, and that's what makes it convenient. That's what makes it easy. So if you have any other questions or comments about this subject, please put them down in the comments below.